Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another Glacial Geek Battle Report. I'm Phil, the Glacial Geek, coming to you here from Savannah Line Games in Pooler, Georgia, where I'm about to fight a 1,000-point battle between my... we forgot models. We forgot armies. JK, it's definitely going to be the Genestealer Cult against also Genestealer Cult. This is going to be a fun one, but as you can see, you can't really see much right now because everything is either blips or underground, so that's just the way we're going to have to be. But the story that we've got going on here today is that this planet, two separate patriarchs had arrived on this planet on different ends of the planet, just the way that they had scattered and been caught up in the warp. They both ended up on the planet, both started their own cults, and both started to, both got the signal that they needed to overthrow the oppressors and get ready for the invasion. In so doing, they were successful in overthrowing the planetary Imperial government because it's hard enough to deal with one Genestealer Cult insurrection. It's nearly impossible to handle two Genestealer Cult insurrections at the same time. So they were easily able to overthrow the Imperial oppressors. But then once it was done, they started to feel that the other side was not doing what they should be doing, and decided to show who was the true worshippers of the star gods from above. And ended up in a battle of supremacy here to try to determine who was the true representatives of the star gods. And obviously, we all know at the end, they're just basically fighting to see who's going to be the first meal when they arrive. So that's the story that we got going on. We are going to be playing the Crossfire mission. This is from the GT 2021 packet. There are 4 objectives on the table. 2, 3, and then 4. Essentially, and you also have, it's going to be the hunt and hunt and destroy, where there's 9 inches circle in the center, and you take a table quarter as your deployment zone. If you hold 1 at the end of your command phase, or at the beginning of your command phase, starting in turn 2, you score 5 points. If you hold 2, you score an additional 5 points, and if you hold 3, you score an additional 5 points. For a maximum of 15 points per turn, a maximum of 45 points over the course of the game. We also chose our secondary missions. I have chosen Engage on All Fronts, Warp Ritual, and Outflank, which is a specific one for this mission. Essentially what it says is at the end of your command phase, you score 3 victory points if you control both the objective markers labeled A, which are the ones that are going to be in no man's land, so this one over here and that one over there. And you score 5 victory points instead if you, at the end of the command phase, you control both of those objective markers labeled A, and there's at least 1 enemy unit within 6 inches of the center of the battlefield. The secondary objective cannot be scored first round. My opponent has chosen Engage on All Fronts, Grind them down, and Raise the banners high. So that is the story. That is the mission. Before we go any further, let's show you the 2 cults that are going to be fighting out today. So for the Genestealer Cult, I'll be running a battalion detachment. Leading it off, we have a Patriarch and a Magos. We have 3 squads of Acolyte hybrids, 2 5-man and 1 10-man. We have a Kellermorph and a Sanctus. We have a squad of Adelan Jackals. We have a Ridge Runner. And last but not least, we have a 15-man squad of Pure Strain Genestealers. And for the Genestealer Cult, he'll be running a battalion detachment. Leading it off, we have a Primus, a Magus, and a Jackal Alphys. We have 3 squads of Neophyte hybrids, 2 10-man squads, and 1 16-man squad. We have 2 squads of Acolyte hybrids, 1 5-man and 1 10-man. We have a squad of Adelan Jackals. We have a Ridge Runner. And last but not least, we have a Goliath truck. All right, so those are going to be the armies that are going to be fighting it out here. Now we are going to, I would go over deployment at this point, but we just have a bunch of blips on the table. That's all you can see, and that's all that there is going to be there. So we are going to roll off to see who goes first, and then after some movement stuff, we will come back to you with basically a deployment. So let's roll off to see who will be going first over here. 1 second. All right, here we go. Rolling off. 4 against 2, so Genestealer Cult will get the first turn. All right, end of movement phase here for the Genestealer Cult. We are going to have these guys moved up over here. Did they advance or they just moved? They just moved over here. He just moved up over there. Inside of there is one of the squads of the other. Which one's that one? This is the 10-man squad, right? Another 10-man squad of the Neophyte hybrids in there. We have the big old 16-man squad back over here on the objective. Jackal Alphys is back over here. Ridge Runner's over here. Primus is back there with them. Magus is up in the building over here. And the Adelan Jackals moved over here. You have... What else do you have in reserves?
I have...
You have the two Acolyte Hybrid squads, and that's it. That's what they're in Deep Strike Reserve. Over here for the other Genestealer cults, we have, this is where they revealed over here. So we've got the Adelan Jackals over here. We got the Magus. We got the 5-man Acolyte Hybrid squad on the objective there. 15-man Pure Strains along with the Patriarch. We got the Ridge Runner back over here. We have the Sanctus up over here, and when he came in, I spent the 0 CP because it's his ability to perfect ambush to allow him to shoot, and we'll come back to him in a second. And I've got the Keller Morph, I've got the 10-man squad, they've got Hand Flamers, the Acolyte squad, and then a 5-man Acolyte squad with 2 Rock Saws that are in reserves. So, like I said, he is going to now shoot into his Magus over here. So, hitting on a 2. That is a hit with a fill face. This is going to be strength 4, toughness 3, I believe, on the Magus. So that's going to be looking for a 3 to wound. On a 6+, it will inflict a mortal wound in addition. Getting a 5, so that is a wound. AP -1, +1 because she is in cover over there. So it's looking for a 4-up save, I believe, or 5-up save. All right, so it's going to be a 5-up save. No, does not make it. So it's going to be D3 wounds, D3 damage. Getting 1 damage. I'm going to spend a CP to reroll that. Into a 3 damage with that fill face. So she's going to take 3 wounds. But because she is a Psyker, if they lose any wounds as a result of an attack with this weapon, it suffers perils of the warp after the attack resolves. So I believe just with that 3 plus the 1, she's dead. Boom. All right, so moving into the shooting phase for the Genestealer Cult here. Because I killed his Psyker, so no Psychic phase. So we're going to go over here. These guys are going to fire into my Adelan Jackals. So it's Jackal on Jackal Violence over here. We've got a mining laser and a grenade launcher. So my opponent has chosen one of the custom cults. So he's going to have where they don't suffer the mining lasers, or no, it's mining weapons, which includes the mining laser.
Yeah.
Reroll all hits. And then he also has it where infantry don't suffer the penalty for moving and shooting heavy weapons. So they're not infantry, but so he will be -1 to hit. Oh, no, he's not an infantry, so he doesn't have to worry about it. Blah, blah, blah. So would be hitting on 4s, but gets to reroll because it is, like I said, because of his Cult Creed. Rerolling because of Cult Creed. That is going to be a hit. Strength 9, I believe it is. So it's going to be wounded on a 2. That is going to be a wound. AP. I'm cult of bladed cog. So I've got a 6-up invul save. So show me that fill first. Oh no. I chose rusted claw, not bladed. Rusted claw, which is +1 to AP minus anything. So anyway, that's going to go straight through. So listen, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a long time since either of us played the Genestealer Cult. So I apologize for these little hiccups here. So then it's what is it? D3 damage, I believe. Right? 1 second. Yep, it's going to be D6 damage because of the FAQ, the way they changed it there. For 4 damage, so that's going to kill a guy. And now the grenade launcher can also see over here. We've got a frag grenade that he's going to go. So D6 shots. It's going to be 3 shots. Hitting on 4s. That is going to be 2 hits. Strength 3, I believe. Or is it strength? Yeah, strength 3. So looking for 5s to wound because they're top 4. No wound. All right, so now his Ridge Runner is going to fire into my Ridge Runner. Ridge Runner on Ridge Runner Violence over here. He's with the heavy mining laser, and he's going to fire the heavy stubbers into my Pure Strains over here. So heavy mining laser. It's going to get 2 shots. Hitting on 4s. Getting 1 hit. Strength 9, so... Oh, 1 second.
Okay.
My opponent's going to spend a CP to reroll that. Into a hit, so that's going to be 2 hits. These are now going to be wounding on 3s. Getting 1 wound. AP -3, so that's going to go straight through. D6 damage. Doing 6 damage. And then the 2 heavy stubbers are going to fire over here. Hitting on 4s. Re-rolling hits because technically my heavy stubbers are a mining weapon. So that's going to be 6 hits. These are going to be strength, is it strength 5, I believe? Or 4, strength 4. So 4s to wound. That is going to be 2 wounds. 2 5-up invul saves. That's AP -1, right?
No
yeah.
AP.
Oh, no AP. Oh, 1 second. All right, AP nothing, so I'm going to take it on the guys that are in cover over here. These are going to be looking for 4-up saves. Making 1, failing 1. And now this squad over here, the 2 mining lasers are going to fire into my Adolin Jackals. That's not going to be any hit. Reroll because of mining weapons. My bad. That's going to be 1 hit. Looking for a 2 to wound. Average toughness is 4 over there. That is going to be a wound. That's going to go straight through. D6 damage. That is 3 damage. Kills. And then the truck over here, everything's going to fire into my pure strains over here. So we're going to go with, which one's first?
Autocannon.
Autocannon's first. Hitting on 4s. That's going to be 1 hit. Wounding on a 3. That's a wound. AP -2. I think either is -1, so still a 5-up invul save. Nope, 1's dead. And the heavy stubber. That's going to be 2 hits. Rerolling because of a mining weapon. That's right, still 2 hits. Looking for 4s to wound. That's going to be 2 wounds. 4-up because I'll take it in cover. Make 1, fail 1. And now the Jackal Alphys is going to fire into my Sanctus up over here. So she's going to be hitting on 2s. That is going to be a hit. She also has the Gift from Beyond, which is +2 to wound, but can only be a max of +1 to wound. But it doesn't make a difference. It's still going to be a 2 to wound onto him. No wound there. All right, so now the squad inside of the Goliath are going to fire into my pure strains over here. So we're going to go with the seismic cannons first. These are going to be hitting on 4s.
Heavy D6.
Oh, they're heavy D6 shots. So it's going to be 6, 7, 8 shots. All right, so now these are going to be strength 3, so looking for 5s to wound.
Hits. We're going to hit.
Oh, that's right, hits. Got a hits first, 4s to hit. Rerolling because it's a mining weapon. All right, pretty good reroll there. That's good. Needed it too. So then these are going to be wounding on 5s because strength 3, toughness 4. Getting 2 wounds, one of which is at AP -4 because of that 6 there. So we're going to go with the AP -0 first. 4-up save. In cover there. He's good. And then a 5-up invul save. Nope, failed out. And then the 5 guys with auto guns are going to fire into them as well. Hitting on 4s. That's pretty good. And then these are going again wounding on 5s.
Now if they can roll that again.
Yeah. Getting 2 wounds. Not bad.
I'll take it.
Looking for 4-up saves in cover. Make 1, fail 1. All right, so that's going to be it for the Genestealer Cult turn here on turn 1. These guys successfully raised their banner up there on that objective. And that is going to be it. So we will come back to you after Genestealer Cult movement phase here on turn 1. All right, movement phase for the Genestealer Cult. These guys stayed still on the objective back over here. My Magos moved up. Sanctus stood still. These guys jumped up over here. Patriarch moved up towards the center. These guys advanced up over this way, rolling to 4. He moved up over this way, and that is going to be it for the movement phase. So we'll come back to you with the psychic phase. All right, so starting off here, my Patriarch is going to do psychic ritual. So I need a 3 for this to go off. It will go off with a 9. And my Magus is going to cast Might from Beyond onto my Genestealers over there. That will not go off on a 6. I'm going to spend a CP to re-roll it. Will not go off on a 5. All right, so now into the shooting phase. These guys are going to fire into his Adolin Jackal squad. I'm going to spend 2 CP, 1 on drive-by demolitions and 1 on extra explosives. Basically, it allows the 2 guys that are left over here with demolition charges to throw them both, and then I get +1 on attacks with those demolition charges. So it's going to be heavy. It's going to be D6 shots here with those demolition charges. So that's going to be 9 shots. These are going to be hitting on 3s now because they get the +1 to hit with them. Okay, that's pretty good. And these are strength 8, so looking for 2s to wound. That is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 at AP a lot. Yep, those are AP -3, so they're going to go straight through. So these are going to be D3 damage apiece. So the first one is going to be 1, so the second one will kill a guy. That's going to be 3, kill a guy. That's 2, kill a guy. 2, kill a guy, and then 3 onto the quad, and then the incinerator into the wolf quad over here. That's going to be 3 hits, That is going to be 2 wounds. AP minus something. AP minus 1. And he makes both of those saves. All right, so now my Sanctus is going to fire into his sniper back over there. Hitting on a 2. That is a hit. Looking for a 4 to wound. That's going to be a wound. AP minus 1. So she's ignoring cover, but it doesn't make a difference there. So she's going to have a 5-up save. Right? Or 6-up is going to be good regardless. And now my Ridge Runner is going to fire everything into his dude bros over here. So we're going to go with the heavy stubbers first. It's going to be hitting on 4s. Wounding on 3s. That is going to be 2 wounds at AP nothing. 2 5-ups. Makes 1 fail. And then D3 heavy mining laser shots. 1. And that's not a hit. All right, so now into the assault phase. My Adelan Jackals are going to charge into his wolf quad over here. Getting in. And now my Pure Strains are going to charge into his Neophyte Hybrids over there. Firing over. My opponent's going to spend a CP to fire Overwatch here. The orange dice will be the mining lasers. Hitting on 6s. Pretty good. And then mining weapon gets to reroll because it's because of his cult. Nope, not going to hit there. So these are going to be wounding on 5s and 2. Alrighty, so that's going to be 2 mining lasers going to hit. So we'll do that one first. 5-up invul save. He's good with the filth face. And then we've got 2 more 5-up invul, 5-up armor saves regardless. Making 1, failing 1. And now they're going to charge in over there. Need a 7-inch charge. And they're going to make it. And now my Patriarch's going to charge into the Goliath Rock Truck. Also needs a 7-inch charge. Makes it with a 7. All right, so we're going to start with the Pure Strains over here. They've got 27 attacks because that Overwatch actually took them down below the 10 that they needed to get the +1 attack. So these are going to be hitting on 3s. And roll that one that fell out of my hand. And then wounding on 3s. 6s are AP a lot. Or AP minus 4, I believe. A lot. But that's a lot, yes. So you have 3 that are going to be dead. Plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 AP minus 1 saves. So these are going to be 10 6-up saves. Making 3 of them. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So the squad is white. All right, so now my Patriarch is going to attack into his Goliath truck over here. He has the Biomorph adaptation as his Warlord trait, so it's going to be 7 attacks here, hitting on is it 2s or 3s? It's been a while. Hitting on 2s. Okay, that's going to be 1 miss. These are now Strength 7 because of Biomorph adaptation, Toughness 6, I believe. So looking for 3s to wound. Rerolling because of them being monstrous. Fighting Talons. So that's going to be 3 that are at AP minus like 6 and flat 3 damage. And then we've got 3 that are at AP minus 3. So those are going to go straight through. And those are D6 damage apiece. Or D3 damage apiece. That's going to be another. So that's going to be 15, 16, 17 damage into him. I think he's got 6-up ignoring wounds. Nope. Do you want to do those? One. Yeah, so these are going to be 17 6-up ignoring wounds.
I
think you need 7 of them to survive?
8.
8 of them to survive. All right. No, there's
I got
2.
3.
You got 3, but that's still not enough.
That's a lot of 5s.
Yeah, that's a lot of 5s. That is. Does he explode? No, he does not. All right, one guy twisted an ankle when he came in, and then he's going to consolidate into over here. Then we're going to go over to these guys. All right, so now they're going to attack over here. My leader does have a power axe, so he's going to swing into him first here. 2 attacks, hitting on 4s. That's going to be no hits. And then the other 2 guys are going to attack into him. Getting 1 hit. That is a wound with a fill face. I think he's got a 5-up save, right? 5-up save? No, he's dead. And now his Ridge Runner is going to attack back over here. 3 attacks, hitting on 6s. Getting no hit. All right, so that's going to be the end of the turn here for Genestealer Cult. We will come back to you after movement phase for the Genestealer Cult on turn 2. Easy for me to say. Movement phase here on turn 2 for the Genestealer Cult. Max's Genestealer Cult here. We've got some movements here. He fell back from combat with my Patriarch. Not sure why. These guys stayed still on the objective over here. These were the guys that had disembarked from the truck that died and moved over this way towards these guys. And the sniper shot over this way. Just moved, did not advance. And then from reserves came the Deep Strikers. These guys came in over here, 9 inches away, and then spent 3 CP for a perfect ambush and moved additional 4 inches closer. DC rolled D6, got there, and then these guys dropped in 9 inches away from them and them. So that is going to be it for the movement phase. We'll come back to you with the shooting phase. All right, so into the shooting phase, this squad over here is going to fire into my Patriarch. We're going to start with the autoguns first. These are going to be hitting on 4s, and then wounding on 5s. All right, so now my Patriarch is going to have 3 saves to make here. He has a 4-up armor save, +1 because he's got the Amulet of the Void Worm, and then he's got cover because he's on cover over here. He's an infantry. Even though he looks scary, he's just the infantry. So it's going to be 3 2-up saves. And I make them all. Woo! So now the 2 mining lasers are going to fire into him, hitting on 4s. Rerolling because of his Cult Creed. That's going to be 2 hits. Looking for 3s to wound. Getting 1 wound. Going to spend a CP to reroll that. That's going to be 2 wounds there. AP -3, so he's going to have a 4-up invul save because the Amulet of the Void Worm gives him +1 to his saves against ranged weapons. So 2 4-up saves. Make 1. I'm going to spend a CP to reroll that. No, that's going to go through. So it's going to be 1 D6 damage. That's cocked. 1 damage. And then 2 crack grenades from the grenade launchers. That's going to be 1 hit. That is a wound.
AP
-1. So +1 for cover, +1 for Amulet of Void Worm, 3-up save. No, not going to make that one. D3 damage?
3 damage.
Doing 3 damage. And now the Primus is going to fire into my Patriarch over here. Hits on 3s. Or that's going to be hit. And then wounds on 2s because he's got the needle pistol. Always wounds on 2s. That's a wound. AP, is it? -1. AP nothing, so 2-up. Oh! He failed it. Dang it. D3 damage. 2 damage. He's dead. So now this squad over here, most things are going to go into the Adelan Jackal squad except for the 2 seismic cannons. They're going to fire into the Pure Strains. So we're going to go with the shots into the Pure Strains here. So it's 2d6 shots. That's going to be 11 shots. Hitting on 4s. Re-rolling because they are a mining weapon. And then 5s to wound, strength 3. That's going to be 3 wounds, so 3 5-up saves. No, nothing. And then we got the 2 flamers into the Adelan Jackals. That's going to be 7 hits. Strength 4, toughness 4, 4s to wound. That's going to be 2 wounds. AP nothing on these guys. Failed both, I think. Then we got 4 auto guns and an auto pistol coming in over here. And then 5s to wound. That's going to be 1 wound. That's a fail. All right, so now the sniper over here, Jackal Alphys, is going to fire into my Pure Strains. So 1 shot here. That's not going to be it. These guys over here, 4 hand flamers are in range of the group over there. So these are going to be D6 hits. So that's going to be 1, 4, 8 hits. Strength 3, toughness 3, 4s to wound. That's going to be 2 wounds. AP nothing, so they're looking for 4-up saves since they are in cover. 3-up saves because they're in cover and bladed cog, but still, that's 2 fails there. Great job, Phil. And then 5 pistol shots from these guys into them. That's going to be re-rolled out in cog there. That's going to be 2 hits. And then these are going to be, again, looking for 4s to wound. Getting 1 wound, 3-up save because of what's not, of course. All right, into the assault phase. This squad is going to charge into my Adelan Jackals. I'm going to spend a CP to Overwatch here. So we're going to go with the Adelan Incinerator. 1 hit. That's going to be not a wound even. Oh, wow. Okay, pistol from the leader. That's not a hit. And their charge distance is obviously in. And now these guys are going to charge in over here. They need a 7-inch charge because of the guys who died. They're going to make it with an 8. And then these guys are going to charge into my Ridge Runner. They need a 9-inch charge to get in. They will not with a 6. My opponent's going to spend a CP to reroll that. No, will not with a 5. And then the Primus is going to charge into my dude bros over here. 5 might make it. Yep, he's in. All right, so first things first, we're going to start with this squad here attacking into my Adolin Jackals. So we're going to go with, let's go with the leader first since he's got the power pick. So he's going to have 2 attacks base into here. These are going to be hitting on 4s. Nope, no hit. And then we have 8 guys hitting on 4s. Getting, that one's cocked. Yep. That's going to be 3 hits. And then these are going to be wounding on 5s. Getting 1 wound. 1. These are AP 0, so I think it's a 4-up save because of being the cogs that we are. Rusted Claw, I mean. Not on a 1. A 1's going to die. Alright, so now the Primus is going to attack into my Pure Strains. He's going to use his Toxin Injector Claw, so 4 attacks hitting on 2s. That's going to be 3 hits. And then these are going to be wounding on 2s because Toxin Injector Claw always wounds on 2s. So that's going to be 3 wounds. Looking for 5-up saves from them. Making none. Oof. Alright, so now this 5-man squad is going to attack into my Acolytes. Hitting on 3s or 4s? Alright, so that's going to be hitting on 3s, and then Strength 4, Toughness 3, so 3s to wound. Alright. And they're going to get +1 to the save over here because of being Bladed Claw, -1 because of them being Rending Claws. So these are going to be looking for 5-up saves. Okay, did not make a single one. Alright, so now my Magus is going to attack back over here. He's got 3 attacks, hitting on 3s. That is going to be 2 hits. Wounding on 1. Yep, wounding on 3s. That's going to be 1 wound, AP -1. So 6-up save. No, 1 day. And now my Pure Strains are going to attack into his Primus. Hitting on 3s. Wounding on 3s. Cocked. Alright, so it's going to be 4 wounds, 2 of which are at AP -4, so they're going to go straight through. And then you've got 2 at AP -1. So 2 6-ups. Making 1, failing 1. So he should be down to 1 wound. And then the Wolf Quad over here is going to attack. That's not it. Alright, so that's going to be it for the Genestealer Cult turn here on turn 2. These guys lost 6, so 6 plus 6. One of them is going to run away. And then the 2 others, one other one will run away. One will be left. Alright, so that's going to be it. We're going to come back to you with the movement phase for my Genestealer Cult on turn 2. Movement phase for my Genestealer Cult here on turn 2. He shuffled around over this a bit. These guys were going to drop in at the end of the turn. He stood still. He stayed in combat over here. My Adolin Jackal, or the Wolf Quad, fell back, and my Killer Morph dropped in during reinforcements. My Pure Strain fell back up onto the objective here. And these guys, I spent 2 CP for lying in wait, dropped them down 3 inches away from these guys with their hand flamers. So we'll see how that goes. So that's going to be it for the movement phase. We'll come back to you with the psychic phase. Psychic phase, I'm going to cast Smite over here. On a 7, it'll go off. D3 mortal wounds. That's going to be 2 mortal wounds. All right, so this guy is now closer to him than these other guys back here, so he's going to fire into him. Or he's not even within 3 inches, so it doesn't make a difference anyway. So we're going to go with the heavy mining laser first. It's going to get 2 shots, hitting on 4s. That's going to be 2 hits. That is going to be 2 wounds. Yeah, that's just going to kill him straight up. Boom. All right, the Killer Morph is going to fire into these guys over here. So we're going to roll 6 shots, hitting on 2s. That's going to be all hits. So that means I get another 6 shots on 2s. That's going to, that one's cocked. Nope, I'm going to miss on that one. These are going to be wounding on 3s. Cocked. Wow, that is a lot of 1s and 2s there. Holy cow, Phil.
I like it.
These are going to be 4 wounds there. AP -1, I believe. AP -1, so 6-ups. Making 1, so 3 will be dead. My Magus over here is going to fire his pistol. That's not going to... Oh, that is a hit. And that is a wound. 4 up because they're in cover? No, dig it. And now my hand flamers over here are going to fire into these guys. 10 D6 hits. Come back to that. So that was 33 hits. These are going to be strength 3, toughness 3. So looking for 4s to wound. Wow, 23 wounds here. So we got 23 5-up saves.
Have one guy.
Oh, got one guy in cover there, so he's going to have a 4-up save.
Start with 4 up.
That's cocked.
Of course you would be.
Of course. Nope, that's going to be a dead guy, and the rest are going to be 5-up saves. Yeah, that was 16 total wound that went through here. Made 7 5-up saves there, so that was just enough to kill that whole squad. My Sanctus is going to fire into this squad over here. That's a hit. That is a wound. AP -1. So 6-up save. That's cocked. Nope, dead guy. All right, so now my guys over here are going to charge into his guys over here. So I need a 9-inch charge to make it in. Do not make it in. All right, so that's going to be it for the Genestealer Cult. My Genestealer. Oh no, we do have one fight to go on. All right, so now his guy's going to start over here. So he's going to have 3 attacks. That's going to be no hits there, and then the knife does not hit either. And now my Magos is going to attack into him. That's going to be 1 hit. That is not going to be a wound. And actually, I've got a cultist knife too. That's still not going to be a hit. All right, so we do have some leadership tests to take here. This squad back here lost 4 guys, so 4 plus 1 is good to go. And then these guys over here lost 4 guys. 4 plus 6 is failed. So that's going to be 1 gone, and then we have 4 that will roll dice, and they are going to be less than half the squad there. So it's going to be 1s and 2s that they're going to keep. They're going to run. Nope, they're all good to go. All right, so that's going to be the end of turn 2. We'll come back to you with movement phase for Max's Genestealer Cult here on turn 3. All right, movement phase for Max's Genestealer Cult here on turn 3. These guys moved up 6 inches towards those guys. He stayed in combat back over here with my Magus. These guys moved up onto the building over here, still staying within 3 of here, obviously, looking onto them. His sniper stayed still. His Ridge Runner moved up over this way into that sector over there to try to get engaged on all fronts, and that is going to be it for the movement phase. So we'll come back to you with the shooting phase. All right, so everything over here is going to start us off by shooting into the Wolf Quad over here. So we're going to go with the heavy version of the seismic cannons here. So we've also discovered that it's heavy 6 instead of heavy D6 like my opponent thought, so oops. I mean, they've done pretty good so far. We'll see how it goes further here. So these are going to be the shortwave, though, version, right?
Yes.
So these are heavy 3.
Heavy 3, strength 6.
Heavy 3, strength 6, AP -1. So here we go. That's going to be rerolling because of mining weapon. So that's going to be all hits there. These are because they also ignore the penalty for moving with a heavy weapon. That's his cult creed there. So these are going to be strength 6, so 3s to wound. That is going to be 1, 2, 3 wounds.
AP -1.
AP -1, +1 because he is the Rusted Claw there. Rusted Clod. So that's still going to make 1, so it's going to be 2. What is the damage on these?
2 damage each.
2 damage each. All right, so that's going to kill him right there. Sniper here is going to fire into my Genestealer over here. That is going to be a hit. That is not going to be a wound. Strength 4, toughness 4. Oh, but she's got the gift from beyond, so that is going to be a wound there. So that's going to be looking for a 5-up invul save. Yeah, he's good. Woo! All right, so now his Ridge Runner here is going to put the heavy stubbers into my Pure Strain, and then the heavy mining laser into my Keller Morph. So what are we going to go first?
Pure Strain.
Pure Strain over here. So these are going to be hitting on 4s. Cock there. Okay, and these are because these are mining weapons. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4 weapons. 4 weapons. 4 hits. Looking for 4s to wound. That is going to be 3 wounds. He gets a 4-up armor save because he's in cover over there. Nope, he's dead. D3 shots with a heavy mining laser. That's going to be 2 shots here, hitting on 4s. That's going to be no hits. Pistol over here into my Magus. Whoop, that's a hit. Looking for a 4 to wound. No. All right, so now this squad of Acolyte hybrids are going to fire into my Ridge Runner over here. So we're going to go with the 6 pistols first. 4s to hit. That one's cocked there. Alrighty, so that's going to be 2 hits. Looking for, what are they? 5, so 5s to wound. That's going to be 2 wounds. We've got 2 AP nothing, so these are going to be 2 4-up saves. Make 1, fail 1. I've got the flare launcher there, so it's on a 6+. I feel no pain. Nope, feel it. And then 4 hand flame shots here, so it's going to be 4d6 hits, so that's going to be 12 hits. And then these are going to be wounding on 5s as well. All right, so he's actually got a 3-up save because of the cult. I forgot about that. So failing 1. Oh, buddy, I need a 6-up or he's dead. No, he's dead. Does he explode? Don't do it. No, he doesn't. All right, so into the charge phase. These guys are going to charge into them. And a 7 will get. And now these guys here are going to charge into my Keller Morph. So they need a 7-inch charge to get in. No, will not on a 4. My opponent's going to spend a CP to reroll that. Will still not make it. All right, so now he's got 1 guy with a heavy rock saw. He's going to start us off here. Hitting on 4s. Oh, no, 3s. Hitting on 3s. I forgot. That's going to be hits. Killing on 2s.
And
because it's strength times 2. So killing on 2s. All right, yep, killing on 2s. That's going to be 1 dead. And then the leader over here has a bone sword.
3.
So that's going to be rerolling 1s because of the icon. That's going to be 1 hit. That is a wound. AP
-2.
-2, so looking for nothing. They don't get a safe on that one because they're going to have 5-up arms. And then we have the 8 rending claws, 8 guys with rending claws attacking in over here. Hitting on 3. And then these are going to be wounding on 3s. Oh, 4s. 4s.
3s because they're strength.
Oh, they're strength 4. I keep forgetting the strength 4. Yes, that's right. All right, it's got 2 6s, which are AP -4. And then we got 5 AP -1s, which get +1 save because of my Cult Creed, 5-ups. Oh, so close! I was 1 off from actually sticking it and saving a guy, but no, that's going to be all 3 dead. And then my Magos will attack back over here, 3 attacks. Hitting on 3s, that's going to be 2 hits. Wounding on 3s. That's going to be 2 wounds at AP -1. 2 6-up saves. No, he'll be dead. All right, so that's going to be it for the movement phase, or that's going to be it, sorry, for the turn here for Max's Genestealer Cult. We'll come back to you after movement phase for my Genestealer Cult on turn 3. All right, movement phase for my Genestealer Cult here on turn 3. My Sanctus advanced down onto the objective back over here. My Magus moved up, so he's within 6 inches of the center over here. My Keller Morph moved up 6 inches over there, looking on these guys, and then over here, my Flamer dudes moved on to the objective back over here. So that's going to be it for the movement phase. We'll come back to you with the psychic phase. All right, so I'm going to cast Psychic Ritual over here. That is cocked, but that will go off. All right, so now my Hand Flamers over here are going to fire into his Ridge Runner. Oof. All right, so that's going to be 25 hits. These are going to be wounding on 5s.
Literally, they were kidding.
All right, so here we go. These are going to be 11 wounds into him. So he's got 4-up saves. Making a bunch there. Holy cow. And then you've got failing 4 of them. And then these are going to be looking for 6-up, feel no pains because of flare launchers. Nope, so he takes 4 damage. All right, so now my Keller Morph is going to fire 1 of his guns into these guys, 2 of his guns into her. So we'll do the ones into her first, hitting on 2s. All right, so it's going to be another 3 shots. All right, so it's going to be a total of 6 hits. These are now going to be strength 4, toughness 4, 4s to wound. Okay, so that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4 at AP -1. So 4 6-up saves. Makes 1, but that's still going to be 6 damage, so she is dead. And then the 1 gun into these guys. It's going to be 1 hit. It's going to be 2 hits. That's going to be 2 wounds at AP -1. They're in cover, so 2 5-ups. Makes 1, fails. That's it for the shooting phase. Into the assault phase, they're going to charge into him over here. There he is. And then my Keller Morph is going to charge into these guys over here. He's also in. All right, so 21 attacks from over here. Hitting on 3s. Alrighty then. And then these are going to be strength 4, so looking for 5s to wound. 6s are rending. Connect over there. All right, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 rending, and then we've got 2 that you can make 5-up saves on. So we got 2 at 5-up saves. Cocked there. Going to make one of those. So that's going to be a total of 5 wounds that you need to make 6-ups here for.
So I need 2 6-ups.
2 6-ups to survive. Not making any, so he will be dead. Does he explode? No, he doesn't. All right, so now the Kelemorph is going to attack. He's going to have 4 attacks here, hitting on 3s, because he's got 3 base plus 1 for the Cultist Knife, and they're all going to be the same, so I'm rolling them together. Hitting on 3s. That's going to be 3 hits. Wounding on 3s. 3s or 4s? Let me see if it makes a difference. That one's cocked. It will make a difference. Yeah, he's strength 3, so it would be 4. So that's going to be 2 wounds over here. 2 5-up saves. Making them both. Well done. All right, so the leader over here is going to attack in. Now he's got 2 attacks with his power pick. That's going to be 2 hits. Power pick is what? 1 second. So strength user, so he's going to be looking for 4s to wound. That's going to be 1 wound. He has a 5-up invul save. No, he's going to fail that one. I'm going to spend my CP to reroll that. Nope, still doesn't make it.
D3?
D3 damage. It's going to be 3. And then the regular guys are going to attack over here. That's going to be 1 hit. That is a wound. Oh, and with the cult, he is good to go. Woo! All right, so that's going to be it for my Genestealer Cult here on turn 3. We'll come back to you after movement phase for the Genestealer Cult for Max here on turn 4. Movement phase for Max's Genestealer Cult. These guys shuffled over this way, still staying on the objective, but trying to get a little closer to this side. And these guys stayed in combat. So that's going to be it for the movement phase. We'll come back to you with the shooting phase. All right, we're going to start the shooting phase over here. We got 3 pistols, auto stub pistols firing, hitting on 4s. That's going to be 2 hits. Looking for 4s to wound. Getting 1 wound. And he's good with a fell face. And now these guys are all going to fire into my Magus over here. We're going to go with the Hand Flamers first. That is going to be a lot of shots. These are going to be looking for 4s to wound. All right, so now he is going to have 7 saves here. 4-ups because of my Cult Creed. Making all, but he would have been good even without the Cult Creed. Failed 2. And then we got the pistol shots coming in over here. Hitting on 4s. Pretty good. And then looking for 4s to wound. So that's going to be 4 wounds. 4 up saves. Oh, failing 2. He's dead. All right, so into the fight over here with my Kelemorph. 4 attacks with the Cultist Knife, hitting on 4s. Or 3s, I'm sorry. That's going to be 3 hits. Wounding on 3s. That is going to be 2 wounds. AP nothing, so 5-up saves. No, 2 dead. Here comes the leader over here. He's got 2 attacks. That is going to be 1 hit. Looking for a 4 to wound. No wound. My opponent's going to spend a CP. No wound. All right, so that's going to be it for the turn here on turn 4 for Max's Genestealer Cult. We'll come back to you after movement phase for my Genestealer Cult on turn 5. What is it? Turn 4. All right, movement phase for my Genestealer Cult. This guy moved back over here, so he's still within 3, but as far away from them as possible. He stayed in combat with this one guy over here. These guys advanced up over this way, staying in their table quarter, but staying 6 inches away from the center. And then I did spend my 1 CP that I got back on hypermetabolism to allow him to heal with D3 wounds. He healed 1, of course. So that's going to be it for the movement phase. We'll come back to you with the shooting phase.
That would be hilarious.
All right, so now my Kelemorph is going to fire into him with his pistols. Hitting on 2s. That's 5 more shots. 2s. All right, that's going to be all hits here. These are strength 4, so 3s to wound. That is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 wounds at AP -1. Plus 1 because you're in cover over there, so 6 5-ups. No, he will be dead. All right, so that's going to be the end of the turn here for my Genestealer Cult. So that is going to bring us to the end of turn 4. So we'll come back to you after a movement phase for Max's Genestealer Cult here on turn 5. All All right, it was an easy move. He just moved his 6 inches closer to me over here. It leaves him about 8. It leaves him with an 8-inch charge, so he's like a little over 8 inches away over here. Just for that information, which probably will come in handy in a little bit. So we're gonna come back to you with the shooting phase, though. We're gonna shoot with the hand flamers first. We got 4 of them coming in here, so these are gonna be 4d6 hits. That is gonna be a lot of hits. All right, so these are gonna be wounding on toughness 3. So looking for 4s to wound. So we got 4 wounds into him over here. AP nothing, so he's going to get +1 to his save, making a 4-up save because of my Cold Creed. And he makes 2 of them. All right, so here we go into the charge phase. They're going to charge. They need an 8-inch charge to get in over here. My opponent does still have a CP gain this turn, so on a 9, he's in. All right, so here we go. They made it into combat over here. So we're going to go with the Bone Sword first. So 3 attacks, hitting on 3s. Strength 4, so looking for 3s to wound. That is going to be 2 wounds. AP -2, so that's just actually going to go straight through and kill him. He did. All right, and that's going to be it for the Max's Genestealer Cult here on turn 5. So we'll come back to you after movement phase for my Genestealer Cult on turn 5. All right, my movement phase, I'm not going to move. I'm going to stay on my objectives where I am because that's the only way that I can win this game. So, with me staying on those 2 objectives at the end of the turn, because I score at the end of the turn, I had to stay on my objectives. I couldn't come after him. I will score 10 points because I will hold. I'll score actually 15 points because I also control more than my opponent. So because of that, at the end of the game, which is this is it. This is the end of the game. Nobody's in range because they're all pistols that I've got going on over there. So at the end of the game, my Genestealer Cult, including 10 points for painting, scored 62 points. And Max's Genestealer Cult, because along with painting, scored a total of 53 points. So a brutal game, a ton of fun. And here's the thing: at the end here, I was trying to figure out what to do. These guys, I could get 3 guys with hand flamers in range to shoot at them. But they would have to come off the objective to shoot into them. And I didn't think that those 3 hand flamers were going to be able to wipe the unit. Because if I was able to wipe the unit and stayed on the 1 objective, then I would have gotten 10 points and I would have gotten the victory because I would have also kept him from getting grinded down. But he got grinded down because he killed this guy over here. But the problem was, those 3 hand flamers were not going to do it. My Keller Morph was outside of 18 inches, so he never was going to be able to get in range for his shooting. So those guys were the only ones I could have been able to shoot if I wanted to move them up into range. But that was such is life. That's the way it comes down to there. So, but a brutal game, a ton of fun. Very few models left on the table here. I think I have 1 more model than you. Just the Keller Morph more than he has on there. We both have 10 acolytes, and then I've got my Keller Morph still on there for the victory to claim it at the end there. But an awesome game, a ton of fun. Genestealer Cult, I know generally in the meta they're in a tough place, but when they play against each other, they make for a very fun game. So, I hope you guys have all enjoyed this. I certainly have. I have been Phil, the Glacial Geek, as always. My opponent's been Max. And until next time, stay safe and have fun.